This episode of the PvP podcast is brought to you by Blueberry. Blueberry is a premier podcast hosting service, and with Podcast versus Player, you can get 1 month absolutely free. Simply go to blueberry.com and use promo code PVP. Hello, welcome to Podcast vs. Play, episode 185. I'm one of your hosts, Callan. As always, I'm joined by a man who owns the world's worst thesaurus. Not only is it awful, it's awful.
Not bad.
That's a Callum Povey special.
That's a good joke. Sorry, that was an aftershock.
It's only bloody Dan!
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm in engineering. I'm that guy up there.
It's a little bit sus.
There. He's working away.
He hasn't done anything for a while.
No, keep an eye on him. He does move.
He just goes and goes back to.
No, he just I've been riding him pretty hard. You see, so he'll sigh every now and then when he's just sort of like. Oh. Can't believe I've got to work a double shift.
No, you can't do that at work. That's sexual harassment.
It's on Starship.
Oh, well, anything goes.
In space, no one can hear you scream. That's the term.
I mean, if you'd have said this when you were trying to explain Star Trek to me, I'd have watched it years ago. It's just a space orgy.
Yeah, it's like Game of Thrones, but on a starship.
And no dragons.
There are.
What? Oh, god damn it. I was genuinely interested then.
No, there's they haven't got the budget for dragons. You're crazy.
I am more upset, Dan, that you didn't wear your new outfit, considering where you are.
Well, the only reason that this background is actually on, mainly for the fact that, you've got your lights set up and it looks all quite nice and fancy and stuff. I just got white walls, so it's pretty uninspired. I know, yeah, but you still get your red lights and stuff. It looks all nice and fancy, like a YouTuber. But what I'm going to do instead is, but what I'm going to do, because obviously part of the podcast now is I'm going to raise one Star Trek thing to you each week. So what I might do instead is just have an appropriate background.
I see.
That.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, instead of pulling it up, you were going to change the background to the person or the object from the Star Trek for the question.
I could do that, but no. Not this time.
I'd like it if it did it and you didn't know what it was, so you had to guess it as well. It's just behind you. And
well,
like, have they got two eyes?
It's a great visual. Great visual. I could like, is it Peter? I
can't see his face from here. He's at the top of the bloody thing.
Yeah, that's your question this week. Who's that guy? That's who's that one rando?
That's Brian. Got it.
Brilliant.
Do you know who it is?
You all right? No, it's just some random extra.
Right. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm a bit tired. I must be said, but I'm all right. I'm in a good
busy
mood.
Week. Yeah.
Pretty busy. Yeah. I'm mourning the death of Unis Arnis at the moment. I know you didn't watch it, and
no.
I've been informed of your friend's disdain for that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, have you not read our YouTube comments? I
rarely do.
Oh.
For a start, we barely get them, but
I mean, there is
we've got the wall for that. You can go and check that out at www.podcastversusplayer.com/the wall. We haven't had any messages on there for ages, Callum. I thought you'd
absolutely ages.
Closed to...
Oh my goodness, we have a dog
I think someone in engineering is fed up of me barking orders at them. They've taken a stand to mutiny.
Obviously, Dan's going to hear this, but I will mute this bit out of the podcast. So hold on for a second. I'm such an authoritative father figure.
What an alpha!
So if you didn't know, there's a video up for my thoughts on Unis Arnis and it ending and everything else. And Dan's friend, Joanna. I won't say her last name in case she doesn't want it on the podcast, but she said, I was gutted. I watched the whole 12 hours because there was a 12-hour live stream when it finished.
What?
You know what else is upsetting? I asked Dan if he was watching it and he said, what's that? Disgusting.
I didn't see that comment, but no, she's quite right.
And I said, he's a disgusting human being, that's why.
Oh, okay.
But yes.
I thought she was making some sort of anal porn reference or something.
No,
It's like-
it's Latin for 1 year. So I think I told you about it at some point. I'm sure I did.
I don't care.
Oh, it was very good. It was a very good.
You're telling me about a channel that doesn't exist anymore. So even if I go, oh, that sounds interesting, I can't go and watch it now. So it doesn't make any difference to me.
That's the whole. That was the main point of it. To be fair, and it worked and it succeeded, but you didn't watch it.
Yeah.
We won't talk about it. However, I did teach Logan one of the. There was a really stupid dancing, and I taught Logan it today while I was waiting for Zoe to ring. So,
Part of the year.
Funny. Oh yeah, always. He didn't watch it.
Obsolete YouTube dances.
It's GIFs. It's fine. You know what else is well worth checking out though, Dan?
Go on.
The news.
Oh, I thought you were going to do a plug.
No, I'm going to slip it in when you least
switch.
expect it. When you least expect it.
You need to try and take. I think that needs to be your challenge now. You're going to do an ad read, but it needs to come at just a segue from absolutely nowhere.
Well, that's what we normally do. It just happens to be in the same position as always.
Oh, okay. Go on. What news you got for me?
Well, Dan, as of today, this is our last sleepy sleep until the PlayStation 5 launches in the UK. So I know, obviously, you're not going to sleep with anticipation. I am not going to sleep at all, and I'm going to sit and refresh on my phone, on my tablet, on the laptop, because I missed out. I was meant to say I was going to buy a Series X last week.
Oh right, okay.
And for the main reason, I know many podcasts I've said, what's the point? I've got a fucking shit out PC. I've got an Xbox One X. I don't need a Series X. However, I found out, Dan, for an extra few pounds, what I pay for Game Pass, I can get an Xbox Series X.
Yeah, it's like 30 quid or something, I think.
Yeah, it's 28 quid.
Yeah, which is just, again, what a great business model. Perfect.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic, but it's like, well,
Can't afford one?
I'm paying 14 quid for fucking Ultimate. I may as well just pay a bit more and get that.
Yeah.
And it killed two birds with one stone.
What do you mean?
Well, what I was going to do, so the...
I'm sorry, do you mind?
Phil Spencer?
Was that you?
Phil Spencer.
Was that you up there?
Ironically...
No, it's this guy's bloody communicator going
thank
off.
God for that.
Put it on silent, fucker.
Because what it actually was Logan's tablet.
Who's messaging him?
It wasn't me getting messages.
Oh, right.
I will put that on silent, though, just in case.
Yeah, please, if you don't mind. Professional.
There we go. It was actually a notification from me, because I declined he wanted to play Roblox. And because it pops up on my phone and says Logan wants to play Roblox. And I went, no. And it's obviously on like a set reminder thing to say that he can play it now.
Why don't you want to play? Why doesn't he want to play Roblox?
You know, he wanted to play it, but he hadn't finished his homework stuff. So I said, no.
So you can just turn it off?
Yeah. And if
that's quite clever,
so while
actually.
I'm at work and stuff, if I look on it and he's been on it for 3 hours, I can just lock him out of everything.
I need something like that.
Yeah.
I really do, I think. Just someone to just go, look, you've been playing Valhalla for 9 hours straight. Can you go and do something productive? Yeah.
That'd be really handy. But no. So, yeah. What I was going to do was I was going to get Series X, which would have gone in here. Logan would have had the Xbox One X, and that would have gone upstairs in his room. And Logan's Xbox One, I was going to give to my nephew for Christmas and just buy him like a year's Game Pass. And that was quite a reasonable Christmas present.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Can't do it now, though, so I've got to think of something else. Because I saw yesterday Microsoft was saying they don't expect to get any more stock into stores until April.
Clearly they're not bothered about the hardware sales.
Yeah, but people could still buy Game Pass.
Well, yeah, why wouldn't you? But you see, like my phone contract comes up for renewal now-ish, basically. So I'm going to see if I can get some kind of like PlayStation 5 deal with it, maybe.
Well, EE are doing the Series X as an add-on.
No, I'm not. I'm with Vodafone.
No. So, but what I'm saying is, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they are going to do phones.
Yeah,
contractors
if they do something
the
similar, then sure. Because if it's just like, okay, well, we don't have them available now because obviously no one does.
Yeah.
But you know, as and when one comes into stock, we'll send it to you, whatever. Like, I wouldn't mind that. If it's an Xbox, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Again, what's the
Don't
point?
need one.
Literally no point for me. But if it's a PlayStation or a Switch, maybe something like that, you know, for free. I say free, not really free, but for all intents and purposes, let's say it's free.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. It's something that
I don't mind it.
You're getting for cheaper than you would have done anyway. And
yeah.
if you buy, if you get a Series X, by the way, this is something that's quite weird, right? Because if you got a PS5 for a phone contract, so the digital version's $350. Well, the digital edition, not digital version. Here's my PS5.
It's in the cloud.
Yeah. But the digital edition is $350, and the disc version is $450. And if you got it on a phone contract, you'd probably pay about $550 total, $600, something like that by the end of it. This Xbox All Access, if you bought 2 years of Game Pass separately on its own, and you bought an Xbox Series X on its own, it would cost you like it works out like 700 and something quid. If you get this All Access, it works out like 600 and something quid. So you save money doing it as well.
Crazy.
It's bonkers. Don't get it.
It's crazy.
I can only assume they're all idiots.
Well, don't tell them that, for God's sake.
Or it's because you can't get an Xbox, so they're saying this is how much it is, and then they'll all come in stock.
Oh, this offer's only for...
Yeah, it's only during this launch period, and then it'll work out $1,000 at the end of it. But now
But I don't know, because I had because I got the Home Hub when I got the Galaxy 3 XL. No, sorry, not Galaxy, fucking
Pixel.
Google 3. Yeah, 3 XL. But I don't know how much the Home Hub is, but I imagine it's like
100 and something quid.
Probably 150, no more than.
My Amazon lady, that was 80, and that's just like the speaker, not the it's not the screen version of it, which obviously yours is.
Sure. Yeah.
So that'll be like 100 and something quid, I'd say.
But that's the thing, though, because when you're buying a new handset, you know, the cost price for the network that you're getting that contract with, obviously they buy in the units significantly cheaper than if you were to go and buy one from a shop, say, and then you pay back. Like, they make a big profit. There's a big profit margin in terms of like a 2-year contract, say. But for like a brand new PS5, say, that's, you know, what, 300. So let's say for the digital one, so 350 quid on top of a new handset, as well as whatever your tariff is as well. Like, I reckon that it would bump the cost up to 60, 70 quid, which I'm not prepared to pay for a phone contract and a console I would barely use. Do you know what I mean?
I'd pay for, like, I mean, I can, in all fairness, in terms of what you pay now, so like, because I think this was the most expensive one you've had, wasn't it? Price per month wise.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And for a PS5 and a brand new flagship handset, 60 odd quid a month's not unreasonable for what you're paying. It's just the fact that you go, but if I don't get the PS5 with it, I can just pay 37 quid a month or whatever it equates to. And I couldn't justify it. Like, I got the Oppo X2 Neo for my upgrade, and I wanted the X2 Pro, but because I have the S6 Pro tablet with that I just took out alongside my previous phone, that would have took my bill to like fucking 70 quid a month. And I was like, I ain't paying fucking 70 quid.
Nah, I mean, at most, I don't know what I'd get for, because it's in perfect order still, but I don't know what I'd get, like, trading value for this phone. But, you know, if I could still get a couple £100, I mean, I could buy one outright. I mean, I could anyway, but, it's just sort of, it would take a chunk out of the price. To be fair, though, what I could do is, because, again, this is in perfect nick. I know you can't see it because of the weird background shit, but
it's chroma keyed itself out.
Yeah, exactly. But if I traded that in, so say if I went to CEX or whatever, for those who don't know, that's a
thrift shop.
It's like a second. No, it's not. It's not. It's like a second-hand electronics store. Yeah. So they sell games and DVDs and whatever, but they do sell hardware as well. So if I was to trade that in, and my current graphics card, if they've got like a 2080 or I doubt any of the 30 series would be there.
To be fair,
yet.
Because of lockdown, I doubt anything's there. Because I don't think they're taking trade-ins
Also
at the
true.
moment, are they?
Maybe online. I don't know.
Nah, I think a lot of stores aren't doing returns on like a lot of stuff. So I imagine that would be the same for trade-ins. I'm guessing. I don't know.
Possibly so. Yeah. Yeah, but you know, that's total value for that is more than enough to buy a new card outright either way. So, because I'm not particularly bothered about phones anymore.
You know, I am.
I suppose. Like when I was working for Vodafone, it was, you know, you'd be talking about phones all day long, so you kind of had to know, and I kind of kept the interest following that. But after that, like these days, I'm just sort of like, does it? You know, I don't use it for anything other than
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, I guess. Yeah, that's probably it.
WhatsApp on your watch.
So you know, yeah, that's still need to sync to a phone.
Not all of them.
Well, how else are you going to log into it? It associates to a phone number.
Yeah, but if you get a smartwatch that takes a SIM card, then it'll just be your phone's on your watch.
Well, I don't wear a watch.
Yeah, but if you had one.
No, like again, if I was stuck it off at sea or something, I'd probably get better signal with a mobile phone than I would with a
I don't
watch.
think you get any signal, regardless of the device you're using.
This is a good phone. even a deep
Don't say
sea.
that because they'll increase your bill. We didn't know we got signal out there.
I don't know. I need to have a dig around really to see, because like you could do the old, you know, don't upgrade the phone and get a discount on the tariff or whatever.
Well, some places, like my friend, I think he's with O2, I think, and he trades his phone in, and they knock like a couple hundred off the thing, which brings the bill down anyway. So you could always do that worst case scenario for the phones, but
yeah, I guess so. I mean, I just need to have a conversation with them, I suppose, just to see what the options are going to be, because I don't really like paying for a handset up front. I did for this one, but it would only come out like 2 weeks before I actually got it. Yeah. So I kind of didn't mind it because it was brand new. Plus, I got the home hub with it as well.
It was a good deal, a very good deal. Yeah. I mean, I'm very happy with this phone. I'll probably get one more upgrade, and then I think, providing nothing happens to it, I'll keep the next one and probably not upgrade until they've figured out a good version of like the fold phones. Because I saw a thing the other day that
might be waiting a few years for that.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm thinking is a few years time kind of thing. But like, just having it as an actual phone. And then you're like, oh, I'll have a look at this video, and you send it, and you just go, and then just watch it on a big screen, and then fold it up again, put it in your pocket. It's like it's proper futuristic, but it's also not there yet.
No,
and don't get me wrong, they're cool, but
it's like VR headsets. 5 or 6 years ago, like it's an interesting thing, but it's not really.
The Quest's
I suppose we're still kind of there.
Quest's definitely getting there.
So the fact that they're releasing new and better versions means that clearly they're still invested in it.
That
you know, they want to make
money's
it work.
helping. I do hate, because I was looking at the Quest, because if I don't get a PS5, I'm really tempted to get the Quest 2 instead. And
well, friend of the show, Rick, he's either getting or got. I think he was in two minds between. I think he was doing the same thing. It was between the PS5 or the Quest. But I think that he's getting a PS5. Spider-Man and stuff.
Don't get me wrong, like
makes sense.
If I can't get a PS5 tomorrow and I get a Quest, the minute the PS5's out, I'll get the PS5. So it's not like a one or the other kind of thing. But I was looking at it and stuff. It's only like just under £300, so it's cheaper than the PS5 anyway. But I was looking at some stuff, looking at some reviews, looking at videos and stuff, and at the end of every fucking video for it, it'd come up and it's like Quest 2 from Facebook. It's like, it's not from Facebook, it's from Oculus. Fucking branding bullshit.
They're paying the bills.
Yeah, but like,
if they're paying for it,
like they haven't changed. When you boot up Minecraft, it doesn't say Microsoft, it says Mojang. That's the same deal.
I don't know. Yeah,
fucking Facebook.
But maybe they think that their brand name's got more selling power.
It has. I mean, like, of the population of the world, more people have heard of Facebook than they have Oculus, which is true, like, sadly. But I mean, if anybody's got money to put into VR, it's Elon Musk and Facebook. So,
well, they just had a new rocket launch the other day, didn't they? Yeah, they're sending up idiots into space.
That's what that text message was for. No, I don't know. I didn't see.
Yeah, I think so. Like, because I've got an app on my phone that tells me, like,
when my rocket's due.
You know, no, it's like ISS updates and stuff like that. So whenever there's an astronaut going on a spacewalk, or like, because you could just go on and look at the Earth, because like it just feeds into the cameras on the ISS, so you can see the Earth.
Imagine that on a Quest VR.
There must
Looking
be.
down at
I think.
space.
I think that there's looking down at space. How do you think space works?
Earth, I mean.
It's not an up and a down and a left and a right. What are you on about?
Looking down from space. So,
okay. But I imagine that there's like a 3D virtual walk around environment thing for a virtual reality thing. There's got to be.
I mean, there is, but I mean, like a real one. So like it like that direct feed from the cameras in space. So it's not like. I don't mean like just a 3D world and you go, wow. It's like I can touch it, just like something that you can go on and go, fuck, that's the real Earth that I'm looking at.
Well, that's the equivalent for the app for the phone anyway. But whenever there's like the Dragon SpaceX launch, when the crew went up, you know, when they went up in that like sci-fi simulator.
Oh yeah, is that what it was called? I didn't know what it was called.
Yeah, I think it was. It's the Dragons. But when they went to the ISS and then came back down, like that, it just comes up with a notification, just be like, oh, lift off in like 5 minutes.
Ooh, that's
so you can
cool.
just watch it live. Yeah, it's really quite cool. Yeah.
Is that what he's doing now? Is that what he's doing now?
Elon?
Brian.
Peter,
sorry, I thought. Oh, it's Brian Gano. It was shift change.
No, Brian's on this side. He's over here in this corner.
And that little girl.
Little.
She looks really short.
Look, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll speak to him. Don't insult my crew. Fuck.
Star Trek, the Star Wars is better. Shit, I've ruined it. Fuck. Shut up. But Dan.
Anyway, what were you talking
I don't know
about?
PlayStation 5.
The launch, of course.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and get one. My plan is I'm going to stay up all night and I'm going to just keep
just
getting.
Refresh.
Everything's ready to go. All the like account information's all done. So all I've got to do is get it, add it to the basket, check out, done. I don't even care if it comes in 2 weeks' time or whatever. I don't want it tomorrow. I just want it.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of videos like on Instagram and stuff where I think my favourite one is. And this is the problem with stuff like that. I don't know as to whether it's legit or if it's like a scripted thing. But there's, it looks like a house cam, because obviously a lot of these you've got to think, well, why was someone filming at that exact moment when a thing happened or whatever? But it seemed like it was either a security camera or like a house camera, and it was a FedEx truck that was dropping off someone's PlayStation 5. But what makes me doubt its legitimacy is that it's just the PlayStation 5 box.
No,
it's not like inside of another box.
It's definitely not real then.
Yeah, exactly, because why would they just be delivered? Because then someone could go, that must be a PlayStation 5, I'll have one of these, thank you very much. But he gets out of the FedEx van and, like, drops it, and then he's just like, and, like, picks it up, and then he's just sort of like, do I give it to them? Do I not? Like, shit, what do I do? And then puts it back in the van, and I was like, oh. But if that is real for whatever particular reason...
There's no way it'd be shipped without an outer packaging. Not only to hide the contents from people, but to protect it.
Packaging, I assume. I don't know. Like, you have to let me know how yours turns up, because if it's just in a white box, then
potentially. I mean, I've had stuff. When Sudotac sent us the ST810, not the last microphone they sent us, the one before, and that came without any package. That was just in the box.
But if that's so, I suppose if it's like a private courier, like a delivery service, maybe like so you wouldn't just send it through the post. But
Maybe,
it was
yeah.
a curry
So I don't
service.
know who it was because it was just
Maybe.
left outside. Like they knocked and went because it was obviously. I don't think it was during lockdown then, was it? Nah, that was fucking ages ago. That microphone was. So yeah, I think they literally just knocked and then went. If I remember rightly.
Yeah, I mean, most of them do that around your area anyway.
Was packaged up. And that was during lockdown as well. But the last one they sent was all packaged up properly in an actual case and stuff. But yeah, there's no way they'd send a PS5 not in a big cardboard box. No
At least
way.
in a bag or something.
I have downloaded a game for us to play though, Dan. On if I can't get one tomorrow, somebody's made a PlayStation 5 unboxing simulation game.
Oh. I can watch a spacewalk live
Yeah,
right now. I've literally just had a
What are the
notification
odds
that
of
just
that?
buzzed through. Unbelievable. Should we have a look? Yep, that is them. I'll just turn the sound off, but I don't know if you can see that or not.
Nope. No. No.
No.
No.
But it's astronauts outside
Outside
fixing
yours.
something. Yeah, just out the window. I'll tell you what.
He just turns around off the back. He's like, I got you. It's not really.
I'd shit myself if you did that, I tell you.
That'd be
If there's like
pretty
a big scary face that like comes up, it's not programmed. That's a ghost.
funny. It's a ghost.
So let me know if a ghost turns up because I'll need
Definitely
to.
a ghost. No, there's no
You
other
please.
explanation for it. It's a ghost.
But
But yeah,
no, it's exciting times.
very.
I've seen quite a few reviews for like Spider-Man and stuff like that, and people are saying it's what do you expect. Of course, it's good.
Yeah. I think the only negative I've seen is it's only like 8 hours long campaign, but everything else adds another like 15 hours to it. Like not total 15 hours, it adds an extra 15 hours to it. So all the side missions and collectibles and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
I do think it's. I'm not going to bother getting it, but I think it's better value if you get the Spider-Man Ultimate Edition. It's like 20 quid more, I think. But you get Miles Morales and you get Spider-Man PS4 remastered in one package. But because I'm probably gonna get, I mean, I will if I can get a PS5 tomorrow, I'll get whichever one I can get. So I'm aiming to get the digital one. But if I have to get the disc one, I'll get the disc one. And you say whichever one's available, I'll get that one.
Well, I don't know because like this is the thing though. So let's say for example, if I do get a PlayStation 5 through a phone contract, again, that's probably the only way that I'd be buying it at this point because I wouldn't be buying it for like just cash,
outright.
just to
Yeah.
Like the games themselves, like because I bought Valhalla on the day that came out.
Yes.
But we use a few different sites, obviously, that we're both affiliated with, but that we actually use, like CD Keys. And all of the ones that I have bought from previously have all sold out.
Yeah.
So I had to buy it from Ubisoft through Uplay, which cost me 50 quid. And I was just like, I don't think I've bought a game for this much before.
See, I was quite against. I think I said it on one. I think we did talk about on a previous podcast about the PS5, and I refused to pay PlayStation Store prices for the games because while you're complaining about it being 50 quid on Uplay, The Last of Us 2 is 70 quid on the PlayStation Store, and that's might not be 70 quid, but it's very expensive. But I have noticed on for stuff like Miles Morales, it's like $51.99 or something like that. So a little bit cheaper. But I sat and worked out. This year, I've bought 4 games for the PS4, and then everything else I've either got through Game Pass, a la like the Outer Worlds and that kind of stuff, where it's day one release, but got it for free technically on there, or I've bought it for PC, or Dan's bought it me for PC. And I think in terms of if I've got to buy one game for 70 quid, I'll just buy that one game for 70 quid. Because
Maybe so, but
I'm not buying as many titles for that console.
yeah, I guess. And it would be good, but
yeah,
would you say it would be worth it?
I don't think any game's worth 70 quid.
Well, that would be my point. It's not a case of, well, I'm only going to buy the one, so I'll spend what, you know, I would have spent secondhand maybe on 5 or 6 different games. I'll just buy one, but you're still buying one game for 70 quid, and the more people that do that, the more game publishers, and they're going to be like, people are willing to buy it, so we might as well charge it.
I ended up buying. I bought Valhalla for Xbox, and I bought it's cool blue, shocking blue, whatever it's called, the Series X controller. That cost me like 130 fucking quid for those two things. Outrageous money. But the good thing about,
I suppose it's,
go on.
We're just getting spoiled. We're spoiled.
We are. I mean,
with
there's
digital games.
It's a case of like Steam is like such a stupid fucking slap in the face to console users, because if a game's available on Steam, don't get me wrong, you do have like full 40 plus to like 50 plus titles on release days and stuff, but typically they are generally about 10-12 quid cheaper. And then places like Sainsbury's, before Argos was put into Sainsbury's, you could go and save like I don't know, like about 8 or 10 quid on a game if you bought it from Sainsbury's instead of buying it from Game or Asda or something like that. There was really good prices for games, but now that Argos is in there, it's 60 quid. So I don't want to pay 60 quid for fucking FIFA. Like, I mean, I would pay anything for FIFA.
But people will, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
and the more people that do, and I get that, you know, making games, especially in this day and age, is not cheap. It has to be justifiable. So if Cyberpunk came out and it was only 50 quid, at least, then yes, I would pay that. But it's because I feel that game itself would justify it.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it justifies it, but I think you'll get your money's worth in terms of how good it is.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
How long it is. Is
like,
it
I'll
next
enjoy
gen,
it.
Whatever.
Yeah. But like, so let's say, Halo 4 was added to Game Pass for PC a couple of days ago. I completed that in 2 goes, like one session, and then I went to bed, and then I completed it today. I was like, is that
I like
it?
how it sounds like it was. I did 2 sessions, and I was like 3 hours, went to bed, and then did another 2 hours and completed it. It was most likely like 15 hours and went to bed. 17 hours.
No, it was. It 100% wasn't that long. But like Halo 2 felt a lot longer when I completed that, and I only got a bit through 3, and then something else must have come up. But
Valhalla.
It felt a lot longer. No, I mean 3 I was playing.
Oh no, that was a good few months ago, actually, wasn't it? Yeah.
But Valhalla, like, I did play that primarily on the night it came out, and then because it came out on a Thursday, I think.
Yeah, because I got it on the Saturday. Yeah, you had it
so,
a few days
or
before
it was
me.
Tuesday.
No,
or
I think
something.
it might have been Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
Keep talking.
I'm currently like 32 hours into it, I think, and my actual completion is like 20-something%.
That's outrageous.
And at the moment, it feels like I paid that 50 quid. I kind of resent having to pay that for something that, Assassin's Creed games aren't notoriously the best ever. But this one seemed like it was a promising buy, and I bought pretty much all of them with the exception of Unity, but that was mainly because that was like notoriously not working properly. And Origin. Yeah, but every other one I bought, Odyssey was the last one that I did, and because I wasn't, it just felt like it was just this weird loot grind thing,
it was
and
a
you
bit
got
of
to
a slog.
chip away
It was a good
people.
game, but
it wasn't really about assassins either. Like it was a bit. It looked beautiful and it was massive, and there's still like naval combat and stuff like that. But Valhalla seemed that they'd taken a step back for a bit, and then they'd worked on something much more story and individual focused. it's not that good.
No, nowhere fucking near.
But
before you go on, though, I have got something I want to complain about, Dan. I was meant to send you a photo of this and I completely forgot. I don't know if this will show up properly, but that's what it was like when I had it delivered to me.
Is that a picture of the game?
That's the box.
Oh, the box. Oh, it's smashed. I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they forced it into the fucking letterbox.
Unbelievable.
My very first Xbox Series X title.
Smashed by the postman.
The box is broke.
Royal Mail, screwing us all.
So I was fucking livid.
Well, it's the box though, don't man. As long as the disc's intact, that's all that matters.
No, the disc was fine, but it was because I was just going to swap it out for a different game. But the Series X thing is like indented onto the case.
Oh.
So I was a bit gutted because I was like, ugh.
First world problems, eh?
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I was. It wasn't that bad. It was just because it was so expensive. It was more than I think the last Assassin's Creed game I bought day one was Syndicate, the London one.
Yes. Oh no, Syndicate as well. That I didn't buy that one, which is a shame really because
Syndicate was good.
Yeah, I quite like the look of that one as well. So
it was pretty good.
Did mean to, but I think I bought 4 and then Odyssey. But yeah, I'm super enjoying this one. I do feel like I'm getting my money out of it. Like there's just a ton of stuff to do. Like,
have you got a cat yet?
Got a wolf. Like that I can call into combat.
No, you can get a cat that lives on your boat and it stops your people getting like infections and stuff because they keep the rats away and stuff.
It's not like a huge galleon. It's a longship. It's a big canoe.
Yeah,
like, if there's a rat in it, you'll fucking clock it.
That's just what I read.
Oh right. Well, no, I haven't got a cat.
Thanks for ruining it about the wolf, though. I mean, it's not like obvious.
Yeah, but it's not like a companion that just sort of follows you around or whatever.
Yet.
It's like a.
Yet.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Again, I don't know. I haven't got that far into it yet, but. It seems to borrow a few elements from like so like The Witcher. It feels very witchery in the sense that there's all these sort of like weird little world events that are going on that you can interact with, and some of them are silly and some of them are it's like, oh, play hide and seek with these kids or whatever.
I haven't Googled that.
Yeah, there's definitely that. But then there's like daily contracts that you can get opals from, which you can buy more kind of like cool aesthetic stuff. But then there's like these like really super high level characters that you can find that are like Dark Soul bosses, and like you've really got to have like a super high level, or you've just got to...
with chains and.
I mean, not giant, like huge giants, but like supernatural enemies.
I haven't got that far yet.
But I think it's like you get like a hallucinogen or whatever, and it makes you think that it is, but what you're actually fighting is like this like enormous like demonic sort of weird beast thing. But
so
there's a lot of sort of cool things like that.
It was a bit surreal fighting the guy that kills, spoiler alert, that kills somebody at the beginning, and you go and fight him. He's unnaturally big.
Yeah, he's a bit of a kingpin kind of dude, isn't he?
He's just picking up
but
people and
Vikings,
throwing them at people. At you.
Yeah, but maybe it just means everyone else is just quite small comparatively.
Potentially, I don't know what the average height was back in Nordic times.
I assume that they did quite a lot of research.
Probably.
But one thing that I did like though is that like the assassins are in it straight away.
Wow.
Like that's my biggest
straight away.
This is my biggest complaint about Odyssey, was just like you don't have a hidden blade. I think it's like to where I'd gotten to, there was possibly one mention of like assassins or like an ancient order or something like that, but that's it. Whereas this one, they're just like, boom, here's 2, and they'll give you little training tips and stuff like that.
I've got you this. It's like the hidden blade thing. And then the guy's like, oh. And then the other is like, no, don't give him that.
Well, I really like the fact that she was just like, oh, hidden blade. Well, no, fuck that. And just turns it around. Like, no, I want them to see it if they're going to get stuck.
I don't want to make the same mistake you guys made. Because obviously the missing a
but
finger.
You're cutting your finger off, yeah. That was clever. Yeah. but it doesn't seem to be like, and I know it's been a complaint for some people, but like, you know, the stealth thing isn't that big of a deal. So you could just walk on in, double-handed, like axe, and just start chopping these dudes down if you want to. Or you can, you know,
I
go
do tend
stealthy and
to
assassinate people and
I'll
stuff.
climb up or hide in a bush or something and take people out with bow and arrow and use the whistle to get them to come over and take them out. But as soon as
There's a whistle.
yeah, press left on the D-pad.
I didn't know that. Really?
And then they'll come over. But if you forget and you press right, your horse comes. I was literally waiting for somebody to come and get me.
Oh, of course. Yeah, because it's the mount call. Because I keep on I keep on pressing like the right until I got used to it. I kept on pressing the right one and eating rations when I shouldn't have been. But yeah, no, to get people's attention, I've just been throwing torches in like a certain
left
direction.
On the D-pad, because you've got, like, say you press right and he'll call the horse, which I found out. I knew, but I pressed it by accident instead of doing the what's the word? Like the distraction whistle. There's a guy like so far away, and then I'm like, right, I'm going to whistle, get that guy, and then once I've got him, I can sneak around, get the other guy. So then I'm like,
yeah.
and the horse just comes running in. I'm like, oh shit, get out.
Well, I've done that before. I just like, you know, I try and be as stealthy as I can until I'm not, and then I'm just
like,
like,
it's not Deus Ex where I'll reload the save game because I've been seeing it's just like, fuck it, let's go for it. Whereas games like Deus Ex, that game lasted me so long because I refused to get caught. So I could be at the end of the mission and I get clocked and go back to the start, because I want to do it all as stealthy as absolute possible. Not so much in Human Revolution because you were forced into boss battles regardless. So it's just like, well, I'll just shoot people then. Fuck it. But Mankind Divided, fantastic game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm liking it. It's all right. I'm a bit ungutted. I mean, I paid 60 quid for it, so I'm a bit peeved about that. But overall, so far, like I say, I'm only maybe 6 hours, and actual story maybe 2. So I'm not far in at all.
Because the story itself seems quite interesting as well. Like, I want to see, you know, where this is all going.
For the female Ivor.
Yeah.
I went male.
Sorry?
I went male.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you? Because I don't think it actually changes anything. It's just...
No, it'll just be how you're referred to and stuff, I imagine.
Probably so, yeah. But, so there's only been one instance as of yet where I've actually got out of the Animus. So it is still an Animus situation. But that was very brief, and it did seem to have... It was more of a mystery. So it was like you get out and then you go outside and you find something, and it's just like, oh, okay, well then where they are, how did that happen? That's quite interesting. So part of me is sort of like, I kind of want to see what's going on outside of the Animus as well. It's not all just sort of like world ending, whatever.
It's the bit I hate the most about Assassin's Creed.
But like I said, I played it for like 32 hours or whatever so far. That's once.
So that's quite good going. Because I didn't like... I say I didn't like... I did like the... How they chose to like speed the game on a little bit. So when you're playing as young Ivor, and then it breaks, like the Animus stuff, he's like glitch it out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
and it's just like, I'll lock it to a point where it's more the stream's more constant.
Sort of skip forward.
And I was like, that's really, really clever. It's good. It is Assassin's Creed, and it's more Assassin's Creed than I wanted it to be, if that makes sense. Like, I can't think of anything less assassiny than a Viking. So, you know, I kind of wanted an open world God of War. That's what I wanted. But
I mean, you can play it in that way though.
Yeah, like, you can still go charging in and
setting fire to houses or whatever. And
although, as you pointed out, I think you texted me the other day, and it's like you can only set fire to roofs.
Yeah, that does bug me a bit, because it's just like, when and I get it, you know, that means you need to draw like destructible buildings and render environments that could be completely burnt and stuff like that. And
would you say this game's as
big
as Far Cry?
Yeah,
you can do it in Far Cry.
Yeah, but they've kind of nailed it. And if anything, it is a pain in the arse. Like if you start setting fire to something and then the fire sets you on fire as a consequence.
It's definitely brought it down from Far Cry 2. Like the fire elements in that game are still to this day fucking technically outstanding. Where it just spreads and spreads and spreads and spreads and spreads and spreads.
Well, that's the thing. It's got to have a limit, otherwise half the world is going to be on fire.
But I think from what I remember in Far Cry 2's case, it was as soon as you're out of sight kind of thing. So you could follow the fire and it'll keep going, but it'll stop behind you kind of thing. And what I would do if I was a dev, I'd have the fire so much and then it would just start raining and then put the fire out and then start raining.
Well, the thing is, there shouldn't be anything naturally that would stop it because everything is made of wood and hay.
Yeah.
So
because in that it's all fucking...
Everything's...
Oh, yeah, in Assassin's Creed as well. Yeah, I was thinking
No, I mean in Valhalla,
sorry,
yeah. But like, if it's a concrete building or something, yeah, of course you can't set fire to it. But in this, everything's made of mud and hay and wood. Like, I should be able to throw a single torch in and the whole village burns down if no one tries to stop it. So, like, rain would be a good foil. But that, again, I get why that would just be kind of world-breaking as well. Because then, like, what if there's letters and chests and things like that? Does that mean you lose it if that all sets fire? I'm sure that would have been a conversation that they had, and this is probably the best. But, it's quite useful still because there'll be, like, archers and stuff that will hang out on rooftops. Yeah, so you just set fire to it a bit further down.
Yeah.
And they all just burn up, which is really quite useful. But
I'm sorry, not for you.
No, go on.
It's just like dead. I do like it, and I do. I'm not disappointed. I'm not as into it as I thought I was going to be, but I think it's just the fact that I got it the week before the PS5 come out. I got it on Xbox. On the if I was able to get hold of a Series X. The good thing you can do with this is when you put this into the Series X, it'll automatically download all the stuff you need to turn it into the Series X version of it for free. Take note, PlayStation, you dickheads. Because if I buy Miles Morales for PS4 and then I get a PS5, I've got to buy the PS5 version of Miles Morales, which is really annoying. You can still play the PS4 version of it, obviously, but it won't be.
Yeah, it should be upgraded for
the best version of it. Call of Duty does the same, I think. I think that's you need to buy the next gen version of it.
Yeah, well, I think I'll be waiting a bit before I get Cold War. I think like it looks
really
quite good.
Yeah, it's the first Call of Duty where I've gone, I think I might buy this since Modern Warfare 2. The trailer I watched, the gameplay video, was really, really good. Have you seen it with the sniper mission?
I don't think so. No, I think I've only seen the cinematic ones.
So, it's all gameplay. Basically, he lines up and it's like on the radio thing. It's like you target, and he zooms in, and the target's there, and he takes a shot, and a guy walks in front of it at the last second, so it doesn't get the target, and then everyone turns around and starts shooting at him. But then he runs over and he slides behind a thing. It's obviously somebody really good at the game as well, but he gets behind a like a barrier bit, and he's just like. And then another guy comes and he grabs him, turns him so he's like got him as a shield, shoots somebody, then gets a grenade, pops the pin, turns the guy around, puts it in his pocket, kicks him, so he's like, takes a load of people out, and then he gets this like little remote control car, like drone bomb thing, and then it goes to that, and he's like, and you're controlling that, and it's trying to get up the ramp on the aeroplane. So it looks so fucking cool. Really, really, does.
That sounds really interesting. Actually, I might have to look for that.
Except for the little drone bit, it's like proper John Wick. Like the animations really like Mirror's Edge style animations and stuff. It looks really good, and I think I'll definitely. Probably not launch day, but I'll definitely pick it up. It does look pretty good.
No, I wouldn't pay sort of 40 quid for it.
No, I'll wait till it's on PS Plus, like I've done with the Modern Warfare 2 remastered.
Well, I was actually looking for Yeah, I was looking forward to get the remastered pack like separately, but it's still like full price.
Yeah. People's again,
Like, they should diminish
said,
in value
people will
straight away.
People will
Yeah,
pay.
and that's what bugs me.
But you know, if you have got money to throw around, this week's episode of the PvP podcast is brought to you by Blueberry.
That was shit.
Blueberry's a premier podcast hosting service, and with Podcast versus Player, you get 1 month absolutely free. Simply go to blueberry.com, use promo code PvP, and start your podcasting adventure today. Now then, Dan. Valhalla and the PlayStation 5 was all I really had.
Okay.
I think we'll leave it there, unless you got anything you want to add.
No, I think that's me done.
Yeah, that'll wrap it up quite nicely. If you want to see some more stuff, including the previous podcast, you can listen to it or you can watch it. You can head over to podcastversusplayer.com or head over to YouTube at youtube.com/podcastversusplayer. All the socials and stuff are going along the screen right now. As Dan said, nobody's wrote on the wall for a while. On our wall on the website, not like... Don't go in like your mum and dad's room and just graffiti everywhere. But yeah, if you want to leave us a message, good or bad, just let us know on the wall. If it's bad, we will track you down and we will probably murder you.
Well, no, we'll hire someone to do it because
we'll get
we're socially conscious.
Pete to do it. He finishes his shift in a minute.
There he is. He's been working diligently this whole time.
He has. He's not stopped. Or moved, for that matter. Bye! Do you want me to put my balls in here?
Please. No, your balls go in the ball pot. Better put that away, Higgins, otherwise I'm going to bloody blow you.
I can't.
The sails down. And the...
Find what?
This is where we're going.
This.
Higgins!
I'm trying.
To your station, we're going to crash.
Oh yeah, the banana.
Oh my god! I didn't know.
Oh, so close.
So close. Woo!
This isn't top grade content. I don't know what is.
Put that away! To the sails, Mr. Higgins, to the sails. Oh, buried treasure first. So,